Hi everyone, my name is Brian David Hitchin and you're watching the Hitchin Post. Really appreciate you stopping by. Forgive some of the camera angles and webcam autofocus problems. I'm not really sure how to fix it. I don't know if I need a better webcam or a different setup or what have you. But anyways, just drawing Wolverine today. I've been in X-Men mood lately. um, so anger as fuel. Um, Oh, where to begin? Uh, I've been struggling at my job for a while now. The last few months have been pretty overwhelming, and that's why I haven't been getting out as many videos as I'd like, posting as much art on Instagram as I'd like. Um, I work there part time, and I work there part time so then I can focus on my art. Problem is that I've been basically been working full time and even overtime in some cases, obviously without getting paid overtime because I'm not a full time employee. So more and more responsibilities are being laid on my shoulders. I'm not going to say why, and just you know, lots of changes, lots of changes happening at work, and because now I've been there the longest, that includes management. The store is weighing on me a lot more for certain things to happen. But anyways, about every month for the last few months, I've had the worst day I've ever had at work. It's like, oh wow, this is the worst day I've ever had, and then a few weeks will pass, and then I'll have an even worse day. This is the worst day I've ever had.
Every single day of my life has been worse than the day before it. So that means that every single day that you see me, that's on the worst day of my life.
What about today? Is today the worst day of your life?
Yeah.
Wow, that's messed up.
I've been really tempted to find different work. And I'm not sure what happened here, but I had this thought, and maybe it's just because I'm trying to learn more about myself and how I work, and trying to come up with a schedule to get my work done and everything. But I think I'm beginning to know myself a little bit better, and I know for a fact that if I were to find a different job, an easier job which is possible, easier job for the same pay. Um, I don't know that I would be able to focus on my art, and here's why. I think that if I were to be more comfortable at my part-time job, I would have less of an incentive to get my art to be a full-time career and leave that job. I think that if I did not have the incentive to get the hell out of there, I would just be comfortable with that and I wouldn't work as hard as I could at my art. And so this is getting, we're getting to the crux of the purpose of this video, which is I think a lot of people don't really they will sit and endure an awful circumstances for a long time until it gets to a boiling point where they actually get angry and actually can do something about it. And I think if you're one of those types of people that you get angry and that's when you take action, I think you need be mindful of that and use it. I know that there are some self-help people out there that will say, it's kind of morbid, but they will, in order to get that self-motivating mentality going in the morning, they will have the same thought every morning. They will wake up and they will think about all the awful things that will happen to them if they fail to get the job done that day. Self-employed people do this. not all of them obviously, but they'll think about, well, if I don't push myself today, I could lose the house. I could lose my wife. My kids would go hungry. Um, and these are motivating things to get you angry at the thought of those things happening. So then that can propel you forward to get some work done, to change your circumstances. And I know anger is seen as a bad thing. It's unpleasant. If you have obviously if you have a temper, bad things can happen if you can't control it. But I do think there's something to be said about using anger as a way of, it's a form of energy. And if you can find yourself, thinking about, if you can get yourself mad about, the things you want to see changed, not changed yet, and if you can be angry about that, then I think, that might be the key to being able to actually take actions and take the steps to change the things that you want to change. And I think that I've realized that about myself, because I'm a very, I'm trying to work on my delivery with this show, and I exhaust myself at work because my natural state, the way I actually talk, the way I actually behave, is extremely monotone. It's very slow. People always ask me, "What's wrong? Are you doing okay?" Well, that's just my natural state. So it's like I have to force myself to be energetic and enthusiastic and articulate things a bit more and enunciate more, because otherwise I'd be a bore, even more so than I probably am. But that's not to say that you shouldn't be yourself. You just have to put on the best face of yourself. So anyway, I think that's gonna do it for me. Let me know your thoughts. Are you one of those rare breeds that's just simply able to be completely self motivated from the moment you wake up till you go to bed, and you just get everything done you want to? Or I guess I want to ask, or you should ask yourself, is is that all you need? Do you just need to have that to be angry about something? So then you have that fire in your belly, because that's what you want. You want that fire to change your circumstances, or to get better, or to put yourself out there, for whatever you're doing in your life. That's really all I'm getting at. Is I think if you're struggling, and if you're having a hard time focusing and wondering what to do, and I think the first step is to be angry. The first step is to think about what could happen if you don't pursue your goals. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much, and have a great one.